Care, honor. So, most respected Dr. Joseph, respected fathers, friends, when Johnson, who is our chief security officer at our hospital, he told me that, why don't you come to our church? I said, that is fine, I'll come to church. And then he said something most difficult, that you have to address the youth. I said that, do youth go to churches these days? He says that, come, I'll show you, the youth are coming to the churches. I said that, okay, I'll go and speak to them. Then he says that it is in the evening. I said that, first of all, it's a church. Second, it is the youth. Third, it is the evening of Sunday. These are all wrong keywords to invite someone to speak. He said, no, try. And I'm really amazed that all of you are here in great numbers, and I hope you're not forced to come here by your parents.
Because sometimes your parents would have forced you and you're just hoping when this session will end and I'll go home. I hope that is not the situation. If that is not the situation, let us make the best use of what we are here for. And to be very frank, I would like to be more interactive. I would rather like to listen from you on variety of aspects which can range from so many things that you hear about healthy lifestyle, about cancer, about addiction, about service, about healthcare, about medicine, about doctors, about many things that come to your mind because I'm here for another half an hour. So 10-15 minutes certainly I'm going to speak, but then I'm going to listen to you and perhaps we are going to have a dialogue where I can try to answer. Now, let me begin by narrating a story to you and perhaps you'll be able to connect to that story. A rich man was dying and he had 3 children. And he said that I can give my entire whatever I have to only one of you on a condition that you will do the job assigned to you. And the job assigned was that man was in a large room, he was a rich man. He was on the deathbed in a very large room. And he said that I'll give you 10 rupees to his 3 sons. Go get something which will fill this room. So 10 rupees he gave to all 3 of them. All of the 3 thought that, some of them must have thought that he is crazy old man. He doesn't understand in 10 rupees. Nothing can be bought to an extent that will fill this room. But still, you have to do something because you have to get some money from father in his will. So one person came back after a lot of struggle. He bought a lot of cotton and as much cotton he could buy in 10 rupees. And he tried to fill, but a small part of the room can get filled by that cotton. The other one bought some grass or hay, a lot of it. Again, some part of the room was filled with that grass or hay. The other one just walked in without anything in his hand. So they thought that this fellow is crazy. So whatever it is, between the two, the grass and the cotton, one will get the more money. So the youngest one is walking in the room without anything in his hand, no cotton, no anything. So when he reached his father's deathbed, he put his hands in the pocket. He took out a candle and a matchstick and he lighted, and the whole room was full of light. So understand the power of light, the power of enlightenment, the power of being aware that will fill your body entirely. So many a times we have very short, I would say, aspirations. I want an iPhone. I want maybe a car or a scooty or a EV. I want a particular kind of fountain pen. I want to have particular dress. These are short-term goals and we keep chasing it, and unfortunately we keep chasing it without reaching our goal. But what you have to understand, what is your long-term goal in life? What differentiates a successful person from a, I won't say unsuccessful, a person who just lives? The difference is, many people when they die, the only people who remember them are their own children, and that too will happen for a couple of years. After that, they will forget to change the photograph of their father or mother. They won't even put the garland, they will never remember the death anniversary or birth anniversary. And after some time, termites will infest that whatever wooden frame you have, and then the photograph will go away, and that's the end of your existence after you have died. But imagine a life where people remember you in their daily prayer. They always appreciate what you have done, and it can year by year, decades by decades, it will be for centuries. So that is the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person. And again, sorry to use the unsuccessful, there are people who make a choice and they live like that. Now, you are still in a formative day of your life. You can still decide the whole course of your future now. Whether you want to tie yourself to certain small milestones, or you want to tie your life to a goal. If you tie your life to a goal, then trust me, because I have two children, I can tell you, stress and anxiety have become very, very important issue. And the reason is not children. I never blame, like many a times we say these are millennials. I don't blame the millennial children, I blame the millennial parents. How the parents have brought up the children in such a controlled atmosphere that when they go to the uncontrolled atmosphere of schools, college or workplace, they are not able to handle that. And now, since you could change your past, at least for the future you can think about it, tie yourself to a goal. Now, if you tie yourself to a goal, small happenings in life on a day-to-day will not matter to you. It won't affect you, because you are still looking far ahead and small things don't matter to you at all. To do that, to achieve that, to have a life which is attached to a goal, you have to have a purpose. Now, please understand, unless you have a purpose in the life, and the purpose can't be as simple as looking after yourself and looking after your family. The reason is that every living species, whether it is an amoeba or whether it is a bird or an animal or any animal in this world or any living species in the world, they are all programmed to look after themselves and look after their maybe close family or children. The only thing that differentiates humans from the living species is that we care about others. Now, when I say bring a purpose in your life, I only say be human. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that you have some unique character in you. I'm just saying that be human. And human means that you have to be compassionate. You have to care for others. You have to look after the needs of the other. And you have to make active efforts. I'm using the word active very consciously. You have to make an active effort to change the life of the other people. Now, there was a very rich man, and when he died, he was a rich man because he made churches, he made temples, he contributed to a lot of philanthropy, he did a lot of things. But when he died, the God said that you don't deserve to go to the heaven. He said that I have done so nice things in my life, I have never hurt anyone. He said that I tried to test you 3 times. I came to you as a hungry man, you never gave me food, you just shooed me away. I was on the road, I was exhausted, I was fatigued like an old man, and I was hoping that you will give me a hand you never gave me. I was jobless, hopeless and I came to you for a job you never gave me. These are the 3 times I tested you myself and you never lived up to my expectation and you don't deserve to be in heaven. What I am trying to tell you, God many times comes to us and He checks us whether we are human beings or not. Every time you see a deserving person, take it as an opportunity that God is testing you. And you can't afford to be a failure. You can't be a loser. You have to think that if I help this man, I will get 1 point or karmic currency. I'm using the word karmic currency because many a times you have seen the temple run game. Now I don't think temple run anyone plays. In temple run you have to collect the coins. And if you collect the coins, your life is longer, otherwise you are dead. And in worst situation, those coins are very useful because you can encash those coins. So when you do good things, you are earning the karmic currency. Good karma, good deeds, you are earning the karmic currency. And while you are doing the karmic currency, it is really the test. And I would say this is the most important parameter of being the human. How many good things you have done. Now how much money you have, what clothes you wear, what vehicle you have, how big is your house. That is not the test of a good human being. The test of the good human being is that you have to earn good deeds. Now, if you really want to do all this, you have to have a good mental health. These days, most children, they go to the gym, they are going for jogging, they are doing all good things to build their muscle, build their stamina. But you know what is most important part of the body? It is the mind. It is the brain. What do you do for keeping the brain healthy? You are doing everything. You are going for a prescription diet sometimes, which the nutritionists say. You are doing so many things to, keep your body healthy. But what do you do to keep your mind healthy? Have you ever thought about what can make your mind healthy? I can tell you, it's very simple. Unlike keeping your body healthy, if you want to keep your mind healthy, only 2 things you have to do. And actively try to do it. Every day you have to do it. Keep away from negative thoughts and keep away from the negative people. If you keep yourself away from the negative people and negative thoughts, that is how you boost the health of your mind. And healthy mind is a most important thing that can change your life forever. Now, mind healthy is fine, but many a times we fail to understand that our body is the temple of the God. We have been given this body by God, and we have to understand that this is the God's gift to us, the life and the body, and we have to preserve it. We have to protect it, and to preserve and protect, we need to have a lifestyle. I'm not saying that you should be like a saint or a monk. You can have a normal being. You can have a married life. You can have a normal life that most people live. But while living that life, while pursuing that life, you have to ensure that you keep away from the things which poison your body. And when we say that poisoning your body, there are things that are very, very tempting around you. And when I talk about tempting around you these days in the colleges, and I'm sure you will all agree, in most campuses, drugs have become very common. Marijuana, weed, all that has become very common. And because of that, what happens, the children lose their power to make a judgment what is good or bad, because they are possessed, they are influenced by the drugs, and they are so hooked onto it that they can't see the world outside. I urge all of you, A, whenever you are faced with a group which is into the drugs, smoking and alcohol, avoid it. If you are doing it yourself, you must stop it immediately. And again, this is not something I tell you as a doctor. You ask your mom, you ask your dad, everyone will tell you that these things are not meant for human consumption, because we can live without them, we can be happy without them, and there is no reason why we should be dependent on them. And that is why you should keep away from the company, and also you should become brand ambassador. All of you sitting here, when you go out, you spread this message. Tell people that all this concept that tobacco is good, smoking is good, for moderation, or weeds are healthy if you take the grass or something like that. This is all wrong. But what is most important is healthy life and healthy thought. I have already told you how healthy thoughts can be created, how healthy body can be created, keeping away from addictions. But most important is your nutrition. See, it's a very old saying, you become what you eat. You become what you think. And that is why it is very important. I told you about the negative thought, about the good food. Now, good food is something, you may think that I'm talking like some old geriatric person, food and all that. Trust me, these days, after tobacco and alcohol, the biggest problem plaguing our society and our children is obesity. And this obesity is a real problem, and we all have to understand. This is because there is a huge amount of campaign that is going on, and because of that, what is on the plate of our children is what they see on the television. And this is a very, very smart campaign to move children away from the healthy natural food to processed and packaged food. And in America, obesity is a bigger problem than many other things that I'm talking about. So to curb the obesity, what is important is good diet. And if you ask me what is good diet, is a diet that your mom will tell you. You don't have to go on Google. You don't have to search on ChatGPT what is a good diet. Just ask your mom, she will do that. The reason is that India is a diverse country. In every part of the India, the food is different. And this food has come after thousands of years of experimentation with the local crop and local habits. Therefore, no point in changing the Northeast diet to a particular diet or a South Indian diet to a particular diet. And therefore, healthy food is something that is there in your home, and that is there, which is there as a tradition. In the end, I would say that yes, life is very precious, and this is the last time that you are there in the world. This is the only time in the world. And whether you want to die after your death, or you want to live in the memory of people for centuries together, is a choice that you have to make today, because whatever decision you make today is going to decide your future. You still have your life ahead. You still have your whole world ahead of you. And I would end by saying, because many of you are in the college or school or whatever, I always say 5 and 50. 5 and 50 is my message to most people who are in college. 5 years of struggle in your college days and school days, and 50 years of pleasure. Or 5 years of pleasure, fun and all that, and 50 years of struggle. You have to choose it now. Thank you so much.